3 5-minute rounds in the bantamweight division. Introducing your first warrior. Fighting out of the blue corner. This man's a mixed martial artist with a perfect professional record of 5 wins and no losses. He stands 169 centimeters tall and weighs a ready 59.5 kilograms. Representing Hero Academy and fighting out of Alexandria, Egypt. Put your hands together for Maysara Mohamed. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man's a mixed martial artist with a record of 12 wins and 3 losses. He stands 178 centimeters tall and weighs a ready 61.7 kilograms. Representing IJJ, Ultimate MMA, and BFC Gym, and fighting out of Bangalore, India. Please welcome Mohammad Farhad. Your referee is the Vanilla Gorilla, Aaron Wallace.
Big thanks to our hospitality partner, Wyndham Garden Manama. I consider Bahrain to be my second home, and my home in my second home is Wyndham Garden Manama.
The Vanilla Gorilla, once again, your man in the middle. #1 bantamweight in India versus the #1 flyweight in Egypt. 5-0 versus 12-3.
Beautiful little side kick to the knee on the part of our fighter from Egypt, Maysara Mohamed.
Farhad much more experienced on the international stage. Nice and calm, trying to get off with those leg kicks, showing that Muay Thai background. Changing levels well, kick to the leg, kick to the body. Wasn't quite on court with the hands yet. Little fake of the knee to try and elicit a reaction from Maysara.
That lead side kick to the knee you can find in self-defense manuals from the 1910, 1920s. Only recently has been widely adopted in mixed martial arts. It can be not just effective, but vicious.
Solid leg kick from Maysara Mohamed. Push kick to the knee.
That side kick was just a little bit too low. If you hit on the kneecap itself, it can actually hurt your foot. You want to hit just above it, half an inch or so above that kneecap.
Fakes with the hands coming up top. Maysara leading the dance a little bit here, but it's almost as if Farhad is just waiting to uncork a big right hand here.
Farhad clearly getting some tells, getting some reads, trying to download knowledge about his opponent, but he's got to start using them because he is falling behind slightly on the judges' scorecards.
Parlays a kick into a spinning back kick. Both men keeping a low stance. Neither one seems interested in clinching with a takedown right now. Interestingly, neither man has a win on their ledger by submission. They like to get it done on the feet, and if you have knockout power...
Beautiful straight right hand.
If you have knockout power with these tiny 4-ounce gloves.
So I was alluding to earlier, Phil, when I said he's getting a lot of reads here. He's getting tells. He's learning what his opponent does at certain points, and then he's trying to take advantage of him with that big right hand. Maysara Mohamed got a big straight of his own. He's got it cocked by his jaw.
Game plan of Maysara Mohamed seems to be to attack that lead leg, particularly the knee of Farhad.
Attacking that knee joint, if it injures the joint, great, that's a win. It also allows you to maintain distance, keep your opponent where you can set up that high round kick off your back leg.
It also takes the pop out of the step. As we know, Farhad's so good at changing and covering distance quickly. You take the knee out, you won't be able to be as quick to the punch, as sharp.
Maysara showing, as you referred to earlier, a little bit of a karate stance, a little bit of a taekwondo stance, not setting down fully on his shots. It means they don't hit quite as hard, but it definitely increases the likelihood of them landing.
No rush or impetuousness on the point or on the part of Farhad at the moment.
Both these fighters can knock the other one out in a split second. If either of them shows any impetuosity, it could end in a split second.
That's great. Oh, nice shot got through there from Maysara. Little nod of acknowledgement from Farhad. Always has that big right hand in the locker, lands it beautifully.
Very impressive. Suffered a three-punch combination, one of which hit. Delivered a three-punch combination, one of which hit. If Maysara's side kicks, that lead leg, start to bother Mohammad Farhad, he simply needs to circle a little bit.
Nice
that kick is no longer there when you circle around.
Nice little check kick from Maysara, caught Farhad coming in. Minute to go in the opening round of what's been a tentative affair for the most part, but both men have landed big shots.
Little interesting psychological wrinkle. They're actually staring at each other's eyes. Ordinarily, in a fight, you stare at what's called the T. There's a line, line between the point of the shoulders, right down the middle of the body. There's a letter T right there. I don't want to say you stare at it, but you're aware it's there. These two are looking at each other straight in the eye, silently daring each one to attack.
Maysara doing the right thing by not standing in the pocket and getting into a firefight with Maysara. He's feeling himself a little bit now. Keeping everything in kicking range is Maysara Mohamed.
Very exciting mix, very, very unusual, but nevertheless intelligent strategy here. Distance managed by a brutal side kick to the knee, set up exciting head kicks. Little acknowledgement on the part of Mohammad Farhad of his opponent is a respectful acknowledgement, just a nod, little tap of the hand.
I'm liking what I'm seeing as far as game planning and distance management from Maysara Mohamed. As I said, the last thing he wants to do is stand in the pocket, stand within punching distance of Mohammad Farhad, who, as we say, does have so many knockout TKO victories on his ledger.
If you were to play Judge Phil, which of course neither of us aren't, who would you give 10, who would you give 9?
Again, a very close round, but for the frequency of attacks and the accumulative damage, the push kicks to the knees, the spinning attempts, the counter shots landed, I would say for me, and again, I am not a judge by any stretch of the imagination, Maysara Mohamed just edged it for me ever so slightly.
I agree completely, and we're getting a little treat of that on our Green Hill replay. Replay over. Round 2 is on in moments. Gates closed, fighters ready.
Expect to see a little bit more urgency from Mohammad Farhad, trying to get in those low kicks. Just as I say that, throws a leg kick. Chance of let's go Egypt starting to rattle through the crowd a little bit.
Maysara maybe letting his opponent get just a little close. There it was.
Nice, just clipped the chin.
Maysara just an inch too close, allowing his opponent just an inch too close, just a little too confident.
Perhaps got a little bit too comfortable there. Farhad as yet hasn't chosen to close the distance and get into that danger zone.
Both fighters, of course, capable of intricate wrestling games, intricate submission games. But right now they are intent, man-to-man, on seeing who's the better striker.
Maysara Mohamed has held multiple regional titles in his native Egypt. Trying to put it all together now. You can see that he has that professional K1 boxing experience.
Maysara's back's a little too close to that fence.
Yeah, you like to see him implement some lateral movement, kind of skirt on the outside, along the outside, as opposed to backtracking up to it. Putting together strikes well. It's just comes so quickly. And I think bantamweight seems to be a much better fit here for Maysara Mohamed. Interestingly, though, it's Farhad in on the takedown.
Little change of pace here with big results.
We did not see this coming. Big takedown, huge fence grab.
Oh, we're gonna get a stern warning for the fingers inside the fence.
The referee, Aaron Wallace, was not happy about that. Yes, the takedown was completed, but it stalled the momentum of the takedown a little bit. What we were going to see was a big dump takedown, but what we saw was the impact being lessened from the fence grab, which allowed Maysara Mohamed to get back up a little easier.
Be very interesting to see where this fight has started from.
See
restarted from standing.
There you see, and it just takes a little impact out of it. Right back into the action. Maysara going back to the well with that low kick, and what that little push kick to the knee does, it kind of puts a little tick in the mind of Mohammad Farhad, thinking that that's coming, which then gives credence to the level changing, going up with the strikes.
Same thing with that little feint of an outside single.
Showing the uppercut to try and elicit a reaction, turns it into the straight. Isn't far away when he's going to the head with that kick.
I think Mohammad Farhad should have pulled the trigger when he saw that back exposure.
Pawing with the jab, and right now Farhad still trying to figure out the puzzle that is Maysara Mohamed.
His karate-based style is very unusual for mixed martial arts. It does take a while to get the hang of.
Oh, beautiful counter shot there again. So that's what happens when Farhad tries to get in and close that distance. He gets clipped with that lead counter hook. I would like to see Maysara follow that up with a straight. Again, just pings him with that counter hook. That lead hook is absolute money for Maysara Mohamed. Again, if he were to follow that up with a cheeky little straight right down the pipe, who knows what kind of a result that could have. If anything, it's Maysara Mohamed who's been turning up the work rate a little bit in this second round.
I think he edged it out in the first round. That may have given him a degree of confidence, lent him a little more fire for round two.
Yeah, giving him that little bit of a bump to think, yeah, I deserve to be in here with somebody like Mohammad Farhad. Just to pick those hands up a little bit. It's great to be confident, it's not great to be arrogant. Throwing feints again, just trying to keep Mohammad Farhad where he wants him, to let him know that should he charge in, a shot waiting in the chamber.
Couple of times in this bout.
Oh, there's that big
straight left hand.
Oh, he's
it's
out,
over.
that's it!
It's over, that's it!
Ladies and gentlemen, Maysara Mohamed with the biggest win of his mixed martial arts career, knocks out the knockout artist we were calling for in commentary. The hook followed up by the straight. When he does it with fight-ending precision, big win.
Let's look at this one a second time. Boom, there it is. Straight left hand. Reminds me just a little bit of who, Phil? Friend of Brave Combat Federation, Conor McGregor. Beautiful straight left out of that southpaw stance.
Absolutely
concussive
gorgeous.
force landing on the cheek.
And just Farhad was out right there. Well, not out, but he was completely dazed. Referee Aaron Wallace giving Mohammad Farhad every opportunity to continue in the fight. Forced to stop the action. Maysara Mohamed moves to 6-0 with his 4th win by a KO or TKO. And obviously, the move up to bantamweight has paid dividends for Maysara Mohamed. I think he may have found a new home here.
Phil, it's one of the things I love to see. The scourge of mixed martial arts is the culture of extreme weight cutting. It's the fight before the fight. It's a fight that leaves athletes so they often can barely walk just over 24 hours before the actual fight. I'd like to see the end of extreme weight cutting in mixed martial arts, seeing fighters move up and do even better. It just warms my heart. We're getting a call for a title shot here.
now he's going to be a very interested spectator during the Hamza Kawezi Brad Katona fight. Quite possibly the very best version of Maysara Mohamed we have seen, and at only 23 years of age, the sky is the limit for this young man.
There used to be a misconception, Phil, that those karate-style punches didn't have enough pop on them to work in the mixed martial arts cage. Like all martial arts, they have to be tweaked, they have to be modified to work under mixed rules, but that punch works.
Maysara Mohamed just taking in the adulation of the crowd. Celebrating with his coaches, and as I say, who knows what's next for this young man? Referee Arm Wallace calling him into the center. Carlos Kramer is ready to give the official decision.
Trying to get the fighters to center stage. So the big man, Carlos Kramer, the Los, the roaring lion of Brave, can make it official for all of us.
All right, Brave Nation, another incredible battle inside the Brave CF 57 cage. This comes to an end at 4 minutes and 31 seconds of the very second round. Your winner by TKO, Maysara Mohamed.